Hey, all you cool cats and kittens out there. Can you tell what show on Netflix I binged? That was some crazy stuff. Alright, jumping right in. Otra semana. Escribe un párrafo de qué hiciste el fin de semana pasado. Necesita estar en el pretérito porque es que hiciste el fin de semana pasado en el pretérito, y escríbeme por lo menos de 4 frases, por favor. All right, vamos a revisar. I'm going to review the preterite, and you're going to get 2 new verbs in the preterite today. No new note sheet, you can add it to your other one. All right, primero vamos a revisar. ¿Qué es el pretérito? Es una forma del pasado. Pues, ¿cuál forma? Which form? Remember, there are 2 forms. Okay? This one talks about a completed action or event in the past. I think it's good to think of it like a flash or a snapshot in the past. It was taken during a set period of time, and then it's done and over. Okay? ¿Cómo conjugas los verbos regulares de AR? Es haste, o, amos, hastes, aron. Haste, o, amos, hastes, aron. Okay? Los verbos de ER e IR son los mismos. I, iste, io, imos, istes, ieron. Okay, don't forget your accents. O, I, and io. Muy importantes. All right, vamos a practicar. Cantar para Pedro. Cantó con acento. Okay. Escribir para yo. Escribí con acento. Leer para tú. Leíste. Caminar para yo. Caminé con acento. Comer para Carlos y yo. Comimos. And we practiced those a good bit. Hopefully you know those by now. Okay, we did a few irregulars. First ones, we started out with una regla, the rule, para los cargazars. Verbs that end in CAR, GAR, and ZAR have a special rule in the preterite to where car becomes que, gar becomes ge, and sar becomes se. Okay, remember, solo en yo. This only happens in yo because when you put the E behind, it changes the sound. We don't want that. We want to keep the sound pure from its infinitive. So, QU in front of the E here, GU in front of the E here, and the Z changes to C. Solo en yo. All the other forms are regular. Okay, so en yo, para tocar, yo toqué el piano ayer. I played the piano yesterday. Amanda, y el verbo es tocar, Amanda tocó la trompeta la semana pasada. Amanda played the trumpet last week. Yo, y el verbo es empezar, yo empecé despertarme a las 5 por la mañana anteayer. Okay, I began to wake up at 4 in the morning, day before yesterday. Las clases empezaron a las 8 ayer. The classes began at 8 yesterday. Yo llegué tarde. I arrived late. Nosotros llegamos a tiempo. We arrived on time. So, in the yo form, it changed, toqué, but it's regular ending here in the AR. Yo form changed, empecé, regular here when it's not yo. Yo form changed for llegué, regular here when it's not yo. So only in yo. Okay. We also talked about the I to Y changes. It says 3 verbs. There are more, but 3 verbs in this unit that have a spelling change from I to Y. And it only happens in the él, ella, usted, and the ellos, ellas, ustedes forms. That's because of the triple vowel rule. Any verb, not just the 3 in this unit, any verb, when you change it into the preterite tense that the ending makes a triple vowel, you have to change that I in that ending to a Y because triple vowels do not exist in Espanol, remembering that the U is not always a vowel. All right, the three verbs in this unit are creer, oír, and leer. Okay, creer becomes creyó and creyeron in él, ella, usted, and in ellos, ellas, ustedes. All other forms are regular. Excuse me. Oír becomes oyó and oyeron. In él, ella, usted, and ellos, ellas, ustedes. All other forms are regular. Leer, you got leyó and leyeron. Él, ella, usted, ellos, ellas, ustedes. That's where that changes because it would be a triple vowel. All other forms are regular. Okay, there it is. All right, vamos a practicar. Lily, conjugate oír, should be oyó la música hermosa. She heard the beautiful music. All right, yo, with oír, yo oí que la escuela está cerrada. I heard, that is it. That is regular because there's no triple vowel there. All right, los chicos, with the verb creer, creyeron que las playas siempre están abiertas. It would be a triple vowel here, so that I changed to a Y, creyeron. Tú lo creíste, regular, not a triple vowel. Las clases leyeron dos libros. I changed to a Y because that would be a triple vowel. All right, mi padre leyó el periódico ayer. I changed to Y because E-I-O would be a triple vowel. Okay? Only when it becomes a triple vowel, which is only going to be in the él, ella, usted, and the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. Okay? We also learned a few other irregulars, ser and ir. Remember I talked about them being twins? They're like identical twins because they do the exact same thing. How do you tell them apart? Context. So the conjugations of ser and ir in the preterite are fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. Okay, and they're just fun to say. You do have to memorize them if you haven't yet. Get on it. Okay, the verb hacer was also irregular. Becomes hice, hiciste, hizo with a Z, so it doesn't change the sound of the C. Hicimos, hicisteis, and hicieron. All right. Ahora dos más irregulares, two more irregulars. Let me go back. Where ser and ir were like identical twins because they look exactly alike, and you can only tell them apart through context. Dar and ver are like fraternal twins. A little bit the same, but different. Okay, dar, remember, is to give. So in past tense, the only thing irregular about dar is it conjugates like an ER-IR with no accents. Okay, so the yo form is di, tú diste, él, ella, usted dio. Oops, sorry. Nosotros dimos, vosotros disteis, ellos, ellas, ustedes dieron. It's an AR verb, but it is irregular, so it conjugates like an ER-IR. You still have your D. That's the only part of your stem, and there are no accents. Okay, ver looks a lot like dar. The only thing irregular about ver is there are no accents. It still conjugates like an ER-IR, except for no accents. So it looks just like dar with a V instead of a D. So you have vi, viste, vio, vimos, visteis, and vieron. Easy, right? Easy peasy. Two more to add. Wherever you have them added, go ahead. Guess what? We've got the verb dar. That gives us more opportunity to use IOPS, yay! Whichever dog you are here, the happy one or the great, let's get away from this. We're going to do it anyway. So here you go. Let's quick review of IOPS. No new notes because this is just a review, but because we're using dar, you're going to see it, and you're going to need to remember how to use your indirect object pronouns. Okay, first, remember what they are. Your indirect object pronouns in Spanish are me, te, le, nos, os, and les. Okay? Me, te, le, nos, os, les. Remember we use these with verbs like gustar a lot in our last unit, which was unit 7. Okay, those verbs were gustar, encantar, aburrir, faltar, fascinar, molestar, fastidiar, importar, interesar, and quedar. We use those a lot. Where did they go? Your indirect object pronouns? In front of the conjugated verb. They still go in front of the conjugated verb. With these particular verbs, here's an example. Me quedan las botas. We conjugated the verb for what was fascinating or bothersome or annoying or important, etc. Who was fascinated by it or liked it or loved it was your indirect object pronoun. So me quedan las botas was the boots fit me. Boots is the actual subject, The me is to whom. Goes in front of the conjugated verb. It's just always in Spanish, IOP, verb, and then you have your subject, okay? Those aren't the only verbs we're going to use IOPs with. They can use other verbs, like we're going to use them now with dar. And if you remember the verb regalar, which is to give a gift, or to gift if you want to think of it that way, that's fine. We use them with those too, because if you're giving something, you're usually giving it to someone, doing something for someone. Remember, indirect objects tell to whom or for whom indirectly receives the action of the verb. Okay? In English, your example is he gave, in the sentence, he gave her the flowers. Diagram it out. He is your subject. Gave is your verb conjugated as per your subject. Here we go. Her is your IOP because it tells to whom. Gave to whom? To her. Therefore, that's your indirect object. This one happens to also already be a pronoun. Okay, and your flowers, don't forget the flowers. Those are direct objects. Gave what? The flowers. Your direct objects directly receive the action of the verb. Your indirect objects tell to whom or for whom, and they are indirectly receiving the action of the verb. So he gave flowers to her. Her is your indirect object pronoun. Okay, and remember in Spanish, your IOPs come in front of your conjugated verb. All right, vamos a practicar. We're going to practice these irregular verbs we just learned. I just wanted to go over IOPs because we're going to be using them soon. Keep this handy. We're going to be using them a good bit with the verb dar. I've got a little bit of it in these sentences that we're going to practice with, but right now we're just practicing conjugations of ver and dar. Yo vi las estrellas anoche. I saw the stars last night. Okay? Mis padres me, and I've got to conjugate dar. Well, dar tends to have an indirect object pronoun a good bit of the time. This is one of them. Your subject is mis padres. They are the ones who gave. They gave to me. So don't get tripped up with a me. That's a pronoun. Okay? Mis padres me dieron una lista de quehaceres. My parents gave me a list of chores. All right, next one is the verb ver, para tú. ¿Viste tú el partido? Did you see the game? Here we go again with the verb dar. It's got an indirect object pronoun there. It's got an IOP. Yo les di, because yo is the subject. I gave to them. Yo les di más apuntes a los estudiantes. I gave, and it's to them. That's the les, more notes. And then, because le and les can be so many different people, to whom is usually put in there again somewhere. A los estudiantes, to the students. All right? With the verb ver. Carlos y yo vimos la película nueva. We saw the new movie. Federico le, what's that conjugation? Dio las flores a su novia. Because Federico is your subject. He gave to her las flores a su novia. Who is her? Su novia. So it's le. He gave the flowers to her, his girlfriend. All right? Just going to practice some more preterites. We're going to do the irregulars today. You should know your regulars, and we'll keep practicing them. But today I'm going to focus on just the conjugations of your irregular verbs, ser, ir, hacer, dar, and ver. I've got a practice sheet that is labeled that with preterite prac from the documents page of my blog. Complete it, correct it with the preterite conjugations in the blanks. Do not give me present tense, preterite tense conjugations. Share it with me when you're complete. Continue to practice on your preterite conjugations, because a little later on this week we are going to have a quiz on it. Hope you guys have a great day. As always, email me if you have any questions or having any issues. Adios.